afternoon, this is Jeremy Williams with Sewer Line Check Professionals here at 11230 Dilling Street in Studio City, performing a video examination of the main sewer line. Treating the line today through an end-run building drain cleanout located on the right side wall near the back right corner of the structure. From this access point, we will be going through a good amount of the piping underneath the structure. That is called the building drainage system, which is defined as piping underneath or interior to the structure. It's also not a focus of our examination. Our main focus is the main sewer line, which is exterior to the structure, and it connects this building drainage system to the city sewer. The city sewer typically being underneath the street in front of the property, oftentimes right about dead center of the street. Now, while not a focus of our examination, we are obviously going to be seeing a good amount of it. And we do report on the conditions of pipe that we see occurring. Most of this has all been cast iron. Cast iron is a metal. Cast iron does rust and corrode over time. It has an average design life expectancy of about 60 to 80 years, with its failure occurring after all the years of its rust and corrosion. The pipe walls will eventually and inevitably rust through. There's no indication of failure at this time that's detectable from the interior of the pipe. There's also no test through this type of examination will tell us how much pipe wall is left. So while we can say that it hasn't failed or it doesn't appear to be failing currently, we also can't give you any prediction as to when it will eventually do so. The best way to monitor cast iron is through visual and or video examinations every couple of years, visual being the better of the two options. Right here we are looking at the top of the screen. You'll see an opening up in the pipe. That's actually the main sewer line cleanout. I'm going to be looking to see if that's accessible somewhere. I wasn't able to find it. And this is, in fact, the start of our main sewer line. It's a material called vitrified clay. It comes in sections, as you see, that's what all those creases are. Clay is considered a good material for main sewer lines. It's usually the most common piping material as well. What makes clay a good material primarily is that it does not rust or corrode over time. As it is not naturally decaying, it has this potential for a nearly unlimited lifespan. The two main causes for issue in clay piping is its lack of flexibility. Makes it one of the more susceptible pipes to seismic damage, though I certainly wouldn't categorize it as being overly fragile. I suspect we're coming out the opposite side, the left side of the structure. We're facing it from the house. And I think this is a tie-in from another facility near the front of the structure. As I was saying, the other and more common issue in clay is it's one of only a couple of materials that allow for roots to intrude in through the joints of the piping. These roots do not immediately indicate any type of failure in the clay. They do, however, rely quite heavily on a proper maintenance routine being adopted to cut the roots out of the line, usually on about a yearly basis. Failure to maintain roots in clay can result in damage or blockage. Got this debris right in front of the camera lens, just finally went away, but I'm going to come backwards and look at the other pipe in a moment. I suspect the city sewer won't be too much further. Okay, here's our transition. The pipe's diameter is increasing right here. This tells us that we're entering into the lateral portion of the line. It's actually our first indication of root intrusions at this joint. Again, these are very common, and those roots are nowhere near causing any kind of backup. But you will want to be able to maintain them. That'll be important. You want to keep them small and insignificant. Here's a much more substantial root intrusion. certainly be categorized as severe root intrusions. Let's see if they're just not ending. The severity of these roots warrants a high-powered cleaning called hydrojetting. After the line has been cleaned with the hydrojetting method of sewer line cleaning, follow-up examinations are going to be necessary. As you can see, the bottom of the pipe is completely hidden. There's no way for me to identify if those roots are coming in through a break, a crack, or through normal joints. While we're close to the city sewer, it's still a bit further away. I can't push the camera in much. We've already got some piping that's got to be looked at again. This access point here is not ideal for cleaning of the line, even hydrojetting it, given the length. So I'm going to bring the camera back to, I think it was around the 55-foot mark. And we are going to find where that clean out is maybe buried or maybe just hidden. I also want to look at that pipe. I think it was around 90, between 70 and 90 feet where that debris was blocking our view. This is 70 to 80. Up until that severe root intrusion, things were looking to be doing pretty well, actually. Okay, there's our clean out. I'm going to go ahead and locate where that is and mark it out. If it's accessible, I'll note it in my written report, where it's at and all that. If it is not and it's buried, I'll be marking it with orange marking paint and recommending it be made properly accessible by excavation and extension of that access, which is something a plumber would do. And if that ends up being the case, my written report will also inform you of that. After the cleanout has been made properly accessible, the line should be cleaned with the hydrojetting method of sewer line cleaning. After the hydrojetting has been performed, a follow-up examination should occur. And that is going to conclude the video portion of this examination. Again, this is Jeremy Williams with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a great day.